Welcome to the Conspiracy Files with Paige Carter. I'm your host, Paige Carter. Barely noticeable, yet unmistakable, the faint echo of an ancient civilization whispered through the depths of the ocean. Whispers of a place where unparalleled advancements in science, art, and philosophy were the norm. Whispers of a society where harmony with nature was not just a philosophical concept, but a living reality. Whispers of Atlantis. The tale of this lost city has been passed down through generations, sparking intrigue and curiosity in the hearts and minds of explorers, scholars, and dreamers alike. Atlantis, once a beacon of human achievement, seemingly disappeared overnight, swallowed by the very ocean it once majestically ruled over. A city that was said to be more advanced than any civilization known to mankind vanished without a trace, leaving behind only myths, legends, and a myriad of unanswered questions. For centuries, the idea of Atlantis has been synonymous with an unattainable utopia, a lost paradise that was too perfect to last. But was it really just a myth, a figment of our collective imagination, or did such a place truly exist? The first mention of Atlantis can be traced back to the ancient Greek philosopher Plato. In his dialogues, he describes a civilization of extraordinary wealth, knowledge, and power that existed approximately 9,000 years before his own time. According to Plato, Atlantis was a society that had achieved a perfect balance between human development and respect for nature. However, as their power grew, so did their hubris, leading to their downfall. The gods, angered by the Atlanteans' arrogance, punished them by sinking their city into the sea in a single day and night of misfortune. Since Plato's time, countless theories have been proposed about the possible location of Atlantis, ranging from the Mediterranean Sea to the Caribbean, from the depths of the Atlantic Ocean to the icy realms of Antarctica. Some researchers even consider it to be a metaphor for a more profound, esoteric truth. Yet, no definitive proof or consensus has been reached. The search for Atlantis has become a journey into the unknown, an exploration of human nature's innate desire to uncover hidden truths, to bring to light what has been lost in the shadows of time. Could the story of Atlantis be a warning from our ancestors? A prophecy of what awaits us if we stray too far from our roots, too deep into our hubris? The mysteries surrounding Atlantis continue to captivate us, inviting us to step into the realm of the unknown, to question the boundaries of our understanding, and to venture into the unexplored territories of our history. And maybe, just maybe, in our quest for Atlantis, we might discover something even more profound, a better understanding of who we are, of where we came from, and of what we might become. The roots of the Atlantis narrative, as many know, are firmly planted in the ancient soil of Greek literature. Plato, renowned philosopher and student of Socrates, is the original source, the wellspring from which all subsequent theories and speculations about Atlantis have flowed. His writings, namely Timaeus and Critias, depict a tale of an advanced civilization doomed by their own hubris, a narrative that has echoed through the ages. In Timaeus, Plato introduces the island of Atlantis as a confederation of kings with immense military power, while Critias describes the island in greater detail. He elaborates on its geography, its abundance of natural resources, and its technologically advanced and socially sophisticated civilization. However, he leaves the story unfinished, providing just enough detail to spark countless theories and debates. But why did Plato, a philosopher, suddenly delve into storytelling? Some argue that the tale of Atlantis was intended as an allegory. It was a cautionary tale, a warning against the dangers of hubris, and a testament to the divine retribution that awaits those who defy the natural order. For others, it is perceived as a historical account, a chronicle of a once mighty civilization lost to time and disaster. The political climate of Plato's era was one of turmoil and transition. Athens had recently suffered a devastating defeat in the Peloponnesian War, and Plato had witnessed the execution of his mentor, Socrates. It's plausible that Plato used the tale of Atlantis as a critique of his society, a mirror reflecting the flaws and potential downfall of Athens. The atmosphere of fear and secrecy that surrounds Atlantis is a product of the centuries that followed Plato's descriptions. As the tale was passed down, transformed, and reinterpreted, the city of Atlantis moved further from being a philosophical device into the realm of the mysterious and the forbidden. It became a symbol of lost knowledge, of ancient wisdom hidden beneath the waves, waiting to be discovered. The secrecy and mystery have only amplified over time, with every failed expedition, every unresolved clue adding another layer to the enigma of Atlantis. Each generation has sought to unravel the riddle, driven by a collective fascination with the unknown and an unquenchable thirst for the truth. The allure of Atlantis lies not just in its lost grandeur, but also in its potential to unlock deeper understandings of our own origins, our capacity for growth, and the consequences of unchecked ambition. The tale of Atlantis continues to serve as a reminder of the delicate balance between progress and arrogance, between the pursuit of knowledge and the respect for nature's boundaries. Over the centuries, a multitude of figures and organizations have immersed themselves in the enigma of Atlantis, each bringing a unique perspective to the quest for the lost city. Among them, two individuals stand out markedly: Ignatius Donnelly and Edgar Cayce. Donnelly, a 19th-century writer and politician, played a pivotal role in reviving interest in Atlantis. His book, Atlantis, the Antediluvian World, argued that all known ancient civilizations were merely remnants of this once great empire. Donnelly suggested that Atlantis was the cradle of all civilization, the true Garden of Eden, which had influenced all cultures that followed. His speculative ideas, while not academically accepted, managed to capture the public imagination, stoking the fires of fascination with Atlantis. Edgar Cayce, an esteemed 20th-century psychic, added another layer to the narrative. Cayce, known as the Sleeping Prophet, gave psychic readings covering a wide range of topics, including past lives and medical diagnoses. Among his readings, he frequently mentioned Atlantis. Cayce's descriptions of the lost city were vivid, detailing advanced technologies and spiritual practices. He even predicted that portions of Atlantis would rise again near the Bahamas in the late 20th century. While none of Cayce's predictions about Atlantis have been factually substantiated, his visions continue to captivate seekers of the unknown. The involvement of organizations in the quest for Atlantis has been equally notable. The Association for Research and Enlightenment, founded on Cayce's teachings, has sponsored multiple quests for Atlantis, driven by the belief in Cayce's psychic insights. Meanwhile, mainstream organizations like National Geographic and UNESCO have also conducted expeditions, motivated by a desire to either prove or disprove the existence of Atlantis, thus adding a scientific dimension to the search. However, it is important to mention the numerous fringe groups, each with their own interpretation and theory about Atlantis. These range from occult societies claiming Atlantean lineage or wisdom, to extraterrestrial enthusiasts asserting that Atlantis was a hub of alien activity. These figures and organizations, despite their disparate beliefs and motives, share a common thread: an unwavering dedication to uncovering the secrets of Atlantis. Their quests, theories, and even failures have shaped our collective understanding of this enigma, making the story of Atlantis as much about the seekers as it is about the city itself. In their relentless pursuit of the truth, they've woven a rich tapestry of narratives that continue to feed our fascination with Atlantis, keeping the legend alive through the ages. Over the decades, evidence for the existence of Atlantis has emerged from the most unlikely of places, often brought forth by unconventional sources. One such example came in the form of the Bimini Road, a submerged formation discovered near the Bahamas in 1968. The structure, a seemingly deliberate arrangement of large, flat stones, was immediately linked to the prophetic readings of Edgar Cayce, who predicted that remnants of Atlantis would be found in this exact region in the late 20th century. Though geologists argue that the Bimini Road is a natural formation, many proponents of the Atlantis theory continue to believe it is a remnant of the lost city, a belief that gained traction with the public. In the realm of science, perhaps the most compelling evidence came in 2001 when a research team from the University of Hartford used satellite imagery to identify a submerged city in the marshlands of southern Spain. The team, led by archaeologist Richard Freund, discovered a series of city-like formations that matched Plato's descriptions of Atlantis in size, location, and design. Although the findings sparked a wave of excitement, the scientific community remains divided. In 2004, a controversial document known as the Atlantis Blueprint was leaked online. This document outlined a theoretical model for Atlantis's existence, its advanced technology, and its alleged influence on other ancient civilizations. The leak was traced back to a secretive research group that claimed to have inside information from undisclosed sources. The document's release ignited a firestorm of debate, adding another layer to the mystery. Then, in 2011, a team of researchers from the University of the Aegean claimed to have found the ruins of an ancient city submerged in the waters off the Greek island of Crete. The site, they argued, showed signs of catastrophic destruction consistent with Plato's account of Atlantis's downfall. While this discovery led to a surge in public interest, many experts cautioned against jumping to conclusions. These emerging pieces of evidence, each unique and compelling in its own right, have contributed to the ever-evolving narrative of Atlantis. They have catalyzed critical events, sparking global interest and debate, pushing the enigma of Atlantis further into the public eye. Despite the disparity in their origins and credibility, they share a common purpose: to shed light on a mystery that has captivated humanity for centuries. Each new discovery, each unexpected revelation, brings with it a renewed sense of intrigue, a fresh opportunity to delve deeper into the hidden truths of Atlantis. However, as the narrative of Atlantis has evolved, so too have the alleged efforts to suppress it. Stories of governments, corporations, and institutions acting to obscure the truth about Atlantis are as old as the tales of the lost city itself. In the 1940s, a series of classified documents, purportedly leaked from a secret U.S. government project, hinted at the existence of a covert operation to locate and study Atlantis. These documents, now referred to as the Atlantis Files, suggested that the government had found substantial evidence of the city's existence, but chose to keep this knowledge concealed. The reason for this suppression, according to the files, was the apprehension that the advanced technology of Atlantis, if discovered and unleashed, could drastically shift the global power balance. In the late 1970s, a former employee of a major oil corporation claimed that during deep-sea explorations in the Atlantic Ocean, they discovered structures that closely matched the description of Atlantis. However, the corporation allegedly silenced him, fearing the impact on their operations if the site was declared an archaeological zone. The whistleblowers' claims, although unverified, added to the growing suspicion of a systematic cover-up. Then came the controversy surrounding the aforementioned Atlantis Blueprint in 2004. The secretive research group responsible for its leak claimed to have been subjected to intense pressure to recant their findings. They alleged that influential academic institutions, backed by government powers, sought to discredit their research, labeling it as pseudoscience to maintain control over the narrative of human history. In 2011, the researchers from the University of the Aegean who unearthed the submerged ruins off Crete reported facing similar suppression attempts. They claimed that certain institutions tried to downplay their discovery, casting doubt on their findings and questioning their methods and motives. These instances all suggest a pattern of information control, an effort to contain the narrative of Atlantis within the confines of accepted history. Whether this is a genuine conspiracy to suppress the truth about Atlantis or merely a collection of coincidences and misunderstandings is a question that remains unanswered. What is clear, however, is that the mystery of Atlantis is not just about a lost city. It's also about the struggle for control over knowledge, over what we accept as truth and what we dismiss as myth. As we delve deeper into the enigma of Atlantis, we must also confront the potential realities of information suppression and manipulation. Despite the threats and pressures, some individuals have dared to continue their quest for the truth about Atlantis, risking their reputation and sometimes even their lives. One such person is journalist and author Graham Hancock, who has spent decades investigating ancient civilizations. His 1995 book, Fingerprints of the Gods, challenged mainstream historical narratives and suggested that a technologically advanced civilization, potentially Atlantis, existed over 12,000 years ago. Hancock's theories, while captivating to some, have been met with substantial resistance in academic circles. Critics have accused him of cherry-picking data and promoting pseudoscience. He has faced attempts to discredit his work and silence his voice, yet he remains undeterred, continuing to delve into the forbidden history and unexplored mysteries of our past. Another figure of note is whistleblower Corey Goode, who claims to have served in the secret space program, an alleged clandestine operation run by the U.S. government. According to Goode, this program has discovered and explored the ruins of Atlantis, hidden deep under the ocean. He alleges that the government has concealed this knowledge from the public, fearing the implications of such a revelation. Goode's claims, while sensational, have been met with skepticism and outright dismissal by mainstream media. He's been labeled a conspiracy theorist, his credibility attacked, and his motivations questioned. Yet, despite the backlash, he continues to share his story, hoping to shed light on the truth of Atlantis and the potential secrets kept from the public. Then there's former Greek politician Ioannis Kasoulides. In 2013, he claimed that certain global powers were suppressing evidence of Atlantis found in the Mediterranean Sea. Kasoulides alleged that these entities were concerned that the discovery would destabilize the geopolitical status quo. His accusations caused a stir in international media, but were quickly dismissed as political grandstanding. Despite this dismissal, Kasoulides persisted in his assertions. These figures, among others, embody the struggle against an alleged conspiracy of silence surrounding Atlantis. They represent the battle to bring forth a hidden truth, taking on institutions and risking personal and professional consequences to shed light on this enigma. The question remains: are they heralds of a suppressed truth, or are they simply tilting at windmills? The answer lies shrouded in the mystery of Atlantis, waiting to be uncovered. The evidence supporting the existence of Atlantis, or at least fueling the continued debate, is as varied as it is contested. It ranges from historical records and declassified files to anecdotal testimonies and scientific data. One of the most cited pieces of evidence comes from the ancient Greek philosopher Plato, who introduced the world to Atlantis in his dialogues Timaeus and Critias. According to Plato, Atlantis was a powerful and advanced kingdom that sank into the sea in a single day and night of catastrophic earthquakes and floods about 9,000 years before his own time. Though his account is often dismissed as mere allegory, some believe that it was based on an actual historical event, pointing to corroboration in ancient texts and geological records. Another key piece of evidence comes from declassified files. In the late 20th century, declassified maps of the seafloor of the Atlantic Ocean were made public by the U.S. Navy. Some researchers claim that these maps reveal underwater formations suggestive of a sunken city, providing a potential location for Atlantis. Whether or not these formations are natural or man-made remains a point of contention. Testimonials from individuals claiming to have accessed suppressed information or experienced first-hand encounters with Atlantean remnants also feed the debate. The aforementioned claims by Corey Goode are a prime example. Though they're often met with skepticism, such testimonies continue to captivate the imagination of many. Scientific data, too, adds fuel to the fire. Some researchers suggest that the sudden disappearance of the Minoan civilization on the island of Crete might be tied to the legend of Atlantis. Evidence of a devastating volcanic eruption and tsunami that occurred around the same time Plato claimed Atlantis sunk lends some credence to this theory. There's also the curious case of the Bimini Road, a submerged rock formation near the Bahamas. Some believe it to be a remnant of Atlantis, while others argue it's a naturally occurring geological phenomenon. The truth remains elusive. Each piece of evidence, each claim and counterclaim, adds another layer to the mystery of Atlantis. They are fragments of a puzzle that, when pieced together, could reveal a hidden truth or simply deepen the enigma. The debate rages on, fueled by the tantalizing possibility that somewhere beneath the waves, the lost city of Atlantis awaits discovery. The story of Atlantis has reverberated through media and public consciousness for centuries, inspiring countless books, films, and even theories of ancient alien intervention. It has become a symbol of lost knowledge, advanced civilization, and mystery that continues to captivate the imagination of both scholars and general public. Yet, with every new claim or piece of evidence, public reaction varies greatly. On one hand, there are those who embrace the possibility of a submerged advanced civilization, using it as a launchpad for discussions on human history, technology, and our understanding of the universe. New Age communities, in particular, have often associated Atlantis with concepts of spiritual enlightenment and ancient wisdom. Atlantis, to them, is not only a lost city, but a symbol of a forgotten era of harmony and wisdom, a golden age that humanity could potentially reclaim. On the other hand, many scientists and scholars are skeptical, often dismissing Atlantis as a myth or allegory. They argue that any evidence presented so far is inconclusive, open to interpretation, or outright fabrication. They point to the lack of definitive archaeological, geological, or historical evidence supporting the existence of such a civilization. Yet, despite these denials, the story of Atlantis continues to permeate popular culture, and the debate has even sparked controversies. Some critics accuse proponents of peddling pseudoscience and argue that such theories undermine the credibility of genuine historical and archaeological research. Others, however, claim that the dismissal of such theories is a form of intellectual gatekeeping, suggesting that mainstream academia is unwilling to entertain ideas that challenge established narratives. This dichotomy has led to a consistent ebb and flow of public trust. On one side, there is a growing interest in alternative histories and suppressed knowledge. On the other, there is the steadfast adherence to the rigors of scientific method and peer review. Yet, despite the continual debate, or perhaps because of it, the allure of Atlantis persists. Even as controversies rage and denials are issued, the fascination with Atlantis shows no signs of waning. The prospect of uncovering a lost civilization, of rewriting human history, and discovering suppressed knowledge remains alluring. The story of Atlantis, whether it is a tale of a lost city or a hidden truth, continues to captivate, to inspire, and to provoke thought and debate. And in doing so, it underscores the human desire to explore the unknown, to question the accepted, and to seek answers no matter how elusive they may be. The legacy of Atlantis is as much a testament to our fascination with the unknown as it is a reflection of ancient wisdom. It has shaped modern culture, politics, and technology in surprising ways, serving as an ideological touchstone that influences our understanding of history, our aspirations for the future, and our interpretation of the present. The legend of Atlantis has crept its way into the collective consciousness, inspiring countless works of literature, film, and art. From Jules Verne's 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea to the animated Disney classic Atlantis: The Lost Empire, the story of the lost city has captured the imagination of creators and audiences alike. It has become a symbol of mystery, of lost knowledge, and of the potential consequences of hubris and unrestrained power. Atlantis has also played a significant role in the world of politics and diplomacy. During the Cold War, the myth of the lost city was frequently invoked as a cautionary tale against the unbridled pursuit of power and technology, a warning of the potential for catastrophic destruction. More recently, the idea of Atlantis as a lost utopia has been used to critique contemporary societal structures and to propose alternative models of governance and community. Moreover, the quest for Atlantis has had unexpected technological ramifications. The search for the lost city has often been at the forefront of underwater exploration and archaeological technology. The advanced sonar systems and submersible technology developed in pursuit of Atlantis have had far-reaching applications, from deep-sea drilling to marine biology research. The enduring allure of Atlantis provides a unique lens through which to view our past and imagine our future. It challenges us to question accepted narratives, to push the boundaries of known history, and to keep exploring the unknown. Atlantis, as a symbol of lost wisdom and advanced civilization, reminds us of the potential for human achievement and the dangers of overreaching. Yet, perhaps the most potent lesson from Atlantis is the importance of keeping an open mind. The ongoing debate around the existence of Atlantis reflects a broader discourse about the nature of truth, the power of belief, and the value of alternative perspectives. It encourages us to question, to explore, and to be ever vigilant in our pursuit of knowledge, reminding us that sometimes the most profound truths may be hidden in the most unlikely places. Whether or not Atlantis existed, its legacy continues to shape our world in myriad ways. The city may be lost, but its influence remains. With the final notes of our exploration ringing in our ears, we stand at the precipice of the abyss that Atlantis has become, a chasm filled with unanswered questions and tantalizing possibilities. The myth of Atlantis, shrouded in secrecy and riddles, challenges us to confront the limitations of our understanding and to consider the potential for undiscovered truths lurking just beneath the surface of our accepted knowledge. Despite countless investigations and theories, Atlantis remains an enigma. The absence of definitive archaeological evidence leaves a void, an emptiness that is both tantalizing and frustrating. Where was the city located? What caused its downfall? Did it even exist at all? These questions, unanswered, keep the story alive, fueling our curiosity and stoking the fires of our imagination. The lack of concrete answers, however, is far from a deterrent. On the contrary, it is a call to action, a beckoning towards the uncharted territories of our understanding. It is a reminder that in the realm of the unknown, there is always room for exploration, for questions, for the pursuit of truth, no matter how elusive. The mystery of Atlantis is a mirror reflecting the collective human spirit, our insatiable curiosity, our relentless pursuit of knowledge, and our capacity for imagination. In our quest for Atlantis, we find ourselves, our potential, and our limitations. We grapple with the enigma, not merely to uncover a lost city, but to understand ourselves and our place in the cosmos. However, the allure of Atlantis is not solely in the answers it may hold, but in the questions it continues to inspire. The city's story, real or imagined, compels us to question our understanding of the past, to challenge our assumptions about the present, and to envision the future anew. It provokes us to ponder the boundaries between fact and fiction, between evidence and belief, between what is known and what remains hidden. In the end, Atlantis represents more than a lost city or a hidden truth. It is a testament to the enduring power of mystery and the human fascination with the unknown. The story of Atlantis, embedded in the tapestry of human culture, is a powerful reminder of our ceaseless quest for knowledge and understanding, a journey that is both inward and outward, both personal and universal. Atlantis may be lost, but its legacy is not. It endures, not in ruins or artifacts, but in the collective consciousness, a beacon guiding us towards the enigmatic horizons of our understanding. Thanks for listening. This has been The Conspiracy Files with Paige Carter. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to follow us wherever you listen to podcasts. And if you'd like to support the show, subscribe to the Forbidden Knowledge Network on Patreon. Subscribe now.